Gemini, this is your mid-month update. How's it going? My name is Finn, and this is Magic 7 Tarot. A couple of weeks ago, I did a reading for you that was at your new moon, when the moon was in Gemini, sun, moon, or rising. And we set some intentions then. It looked like there was hard work, but you were heading in the direction you wanted to be, and that was really positive. So this is the kind of fine-tuning that moment, okay? So now the moon has come all the way around to hit Sagittarius, and it's opposing you, and so your personal full moon, as it were. So this is a perfect time to have a look and fine tune that vision. Okay. So what I've done is I have pulled a Brotherhood of Light card for the energy, a Wild Unknown Archetype card for the archetype, and a Sacred Destiny Oracle card to give you some inspiration on your journey. I hope things are going well for you, Gemini. Yeah, like I said, the last reading, as I remember, there was a lot of hard work present, but you were heading where you wanted to be. And if you haven't had a chance to look at that, there's a Gemini playlist on my channel. You can go in and see all the videos I've done for Gemini, including the last one where we spoke about that. So what this is now is how do we kind of fine tune your journey for the next couple of weeks until we set intentions again. So this is the reading I would normally do for myself each day, and I haven't had a look at the cards yet, so let's pull them over. Okay, so the Brotherhood of Light card, we have the Jack or Youth of Swords. So this is incredibly practical energy for getting organized and getting stuff done, right? If you're trying to get hard work done, or if you have a big list to do, this is absolutely the energy you want, in your corner. And so what this says to me is apply systems to your work. Organize it, right? You could definitely get bummed out that there's a big amount of work. This is the card also of kind of negative thinking, or it could represent kind of like getting down on yourself. And so don't do that. Instead, turn it into a game. I don't know if you know the word gamification, but this is some kind of system that not only organizes your work, but makes it kind of fun, and gives you milestones when you get through. So if I finish all of these tasks by lunchtime, I'll go get a coffee. If I finish all these tasks by the end of the week, I'm going to buy myself a pizza. That kind of thing. You can tell the two things that are on my mind: pizza and coffee. Not in that order necessarily. Um, uh, just guard against negative thinking. It's so out of character for you. This is the Capricorn card. So where's Capricorn in your chart? Or do you have any planets in Capricorn? So if you don't know your birth chart, please go ahead and make a free chart. You could do that at astro.com. I've linked in on my channel to astro.com. It's free. I don't get any, kickback for that. I just want you to know more. The more you know about your chart, the more you're going to understand my readings, because they're definitively connected to astrology. In the system that I study, astrology is the golden key, right? It's like the clock that keeps turning, right? We don't need to do anything to it. The timing's kind of built in. And the tarot is the silver key, the intuitive part that lets us take the temperature of the moment. Okay? Stay organized, stay focused, work hard, and be practical about your work. And you can have fun. I always think that if you have a system for getting the work done, you can actually have fun getting through the milestones. This is definitely a card about getting stuff done. So if that's, and that was what was indicated in our last reading, if that's where you're at, Gemini, keep going. Okay. The archetype is the shadow. I mean, it's kind of related to this card, so I'm curious as to what this has to say. Pick the right book here. The shadow is usually experienced as some kind of projection in psychology. So, I do not like you, Dr. Fell. The reason why I cannot tell. But this I know and know quite well. I do not like you, Dr. Fell. Okay, we project the shadow onto someone of the same sex as us. And as a result, we kind of learn about ourselves by being critical of, gee, I hate the way Jim reads his tarot cards. He's so smart, right? This kind of grumbly irritation with others. Okay. So if you find yourself in that situation, okay, it's saying to you, okay, Gemini, that's not Jim, that's you. Okay, so what energy are you projecting onto someone else? Okay. Although every card in the archetype deck has a shadow potential, okay, this card asks us to delve into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it's typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves and the world, we begin to separate from the whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and content of our shadow, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. Okay. This is talking about not avoiding stuff, not avoiding the hard work. And in this case, maybe it's the hard work for yourself, on yourself. This is denial. When this card appears, it's time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. And when the mind responds to no, anything but that, right? This is it, right? This is hard work, right? Anything but that. Oh, geez, do I have to stack boxes? Oh, do I have to do? For me, it's do I have to do accounting? Is it really tax time again? Didn't I just do that? That's me. I hate doing that. I don't know why. I mean, it's no big deal, right? If you're organized, right? Did you keep all your receipts in a shoebox, or are they, in your wallet and your purse and some over here? Okay, being organized is everything here. When the mind responds with no, anything but that, you are touching shadow. Find support with this deep inner work and move towards the shadow with patience and compassion. It's revealing unconscious aspects of yourself. Okay? When we hit roadblocks, right, we can discover a lot about ourselves. And that frees us up for the next step in the journey. That's a really cool, combination of cards. I love that. Okay, what kind of inspiration can I offer you today? Haha, power. That's a great card. Power. You have the power. Okay, no more singing, Finn. That's my kids will say, okay, that's enough singing, Dad, right? Okay. The thing about the shadow is it's holding back the power that you have. It's holding back your actual energy. Okay? I'm going to read this power card for you. So, if you're doing something, it's like in the tasks of Hercules, right, in mythology, right? To clean the Aegean stables, right? Doing politely the crappy jobs, right? It's a bit like that. You're going to discover all the things you don't like about yourself when you do those things, right? Take an inventory. Don't avoid it. That's what it's saying. Don't avoid the gee, I hate this. Write it down. Try to understand it. This is your time. So this is for the power card. This is your time. This is the time to claim your power and step into your potential. This doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be without fear. You might feel uncertain, but do it anyway. Be courageous. Let the world hear your voice. Take a stand. Stand up for yourself and for others. Share your passion. Teach from the heart. Write, and your words will have meaning. Hold your body as if you are incredibly valiant, noble, and brave. After all, you are. Gemini, you really are. And I told you there was going to be hard work attached to it. So don't get bummed out, okay? Take an inventory of yourself and the things, I'm holding that card upside down. Take an inventory of yourself and the things that you resist, okay? You're going to unlock all the energy you have to become who you really are. Gemini, I'm so glad to talk to you today. This is a really cool reading. If you like what I'm doing, I appreciate it if you could like, follow, and subscribe, subscribe, and make a comment on the videos. And let me know if this missed the base for you, right? When I do a general reading, doing it for everybody. I'm really like the weatherman, right? Here's the front coming in. Well, sometimes there's an isolated shower 5 miles from you. You don't get rain where you are, right? It's the same thing with these energies. They affect everyone differently. I can't obviously speak to your specific situation in this context. Now, I just opened up my private reading. So if you're interested in that, there's a link in on my page to where I do privates, and you can book a private, and we can dig deep on any topic that you want. Okay. Meanwhile, Gemini, I'm going to connect with you in a couple of weeks. Keep working hard. Okay. Get organized, get that stuff done, and let's bring those dreams to the front. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, Gemini. I love you. Peace.